Welcome to Slow News Day with Kevin Clark. I am Kevin Clark.
Yes, sir.
If the headline is Eagles make Darnold look like a Jet again, anytime the worst thing you can say about a player is that he looks like he used to play for your franchise, things aren't going well. Is what I'll say about that. Headlines, Jon Gruden is over. Monday night came the most serious batch of the Gruden emails. This is something that had been percolating for a couple of days. In it, Jon Gruden revealed who he is in private, and it wasn't good. Homophobic, sexist, misogynistic, racist language sent to a work Outlook box. There are a ton of cases where let's not dig through everybody's emails and find fault is a good point. This is not one of those cases. This is work-related. And by the way, there's no real law that says you have the right to lead a locker room. You can lose the respect of the locker room and organization, the front office. You can lose the respect of those guys in a lot of different ways. And he did that. So he doesn't get to be a coach anymore. He had to resign. That was obvious. We're joined now by Aqib Talib, former NFL star, current contributor to the NFL on Amazon. On Wednesdays on Twitch, he's going to be hosting the NFL Machine. Aqib, you've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I'm curious what you want to bring to broadcasting, because everyone talks about how you're different than most broadcasters. You're not Tony Romo. You're Aqib Talib.
I only look at football a certain way. I can't look at it through a quarterback's eyes, right?
Right.
I'm not a quarterback. So I just want to give you my perspective of it, man. Sometimes that's offensive perspective. Sometimes that's defensive perspective. Sometimes that's just knowledge of the game, clock management, or why he didn't catch this pass, or, just my insight of the game. So I just try to provide that for the audience.
I want to talk about Jon Gruden here. Obviously, you were drafted by him. You played with him in 2008 when in his last season in Tampa Bay. Obviously, this news had been trickling in for a couple of days. Monday night was the end of it. It was the most significant report. It was the most significant batch of emails. When you saw this news on Monday, Aqib, you thought what?
I was shocked. I was definitely shocked that, it was instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was 1 minute, or a couple of days ago, they were saying, okay, they found a little email. Gruden said what he said. Then a couple of days later, boom, it was over. So I was definitely shocked that it ended instantly like that. But hey, it is what it is, man. It's our game. Guess you got to stand on what you did in the past. You got to stand on what you do in the future. Stand on what you do now.
When you saw those comments, did you think they had to fire him or he had to resign? He couldn't go forward as an NFL locker room leader?
I don't know. That's you look at it both ways, man. You look at it and you say you got to fire him immediately just because he said it at all, or you could look at it and say, man, he said that shit 10 years ago, man. So who knows, man? I'm not an owner. I'm not a league official. I don't got to make those decisions, man. So it's lightweight bias. If you really like the person, you might say, he said it 10 years ago. If you really don't like the person, you say, we got to fire him right now. So it's whatever floats your boat, for real.
I want to broaden this a little bit because obviously Urban Meyer is going through something a little bit different, a lot different in Jacksonville. And I'm curious, when a guy loses the locker room, can he ever get it back?
Maybe not that locker room. You probably never get that locker room back. But maybe if you give it some time, you move around a little bit, and you pop up in another locker room, man, you maybe could win those guys over.
When people say, this guy lost the locker room, what does that look like when you're inside of it, Aqib?
Man, just a bunch of outside the locker room conversations. I mean, like, guys just don't believe in what you're saying. You stand in front of those guys so much and talk to them, give speeches. Guys go from there to having their own conversations about what you just told them. And, they just a bunch of outside conversations about what you're talking about.
If you were the Jaguars right now, would you move on from Urban?
Nah, I think it's early, man. He had a drunk night at a bar, man. I think every guy in that building could say they done that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't think it was bad enough to fire him, and they haven't fired him, so I don't think it was bad enough to fire him.
All right, Bill Belichick, if you play defensive back for him, when you play for Bill Belichick, give us some insight, give us a story on what separates him from any other coach.
He keep the main thing, which is football, the main thing more than any other coach. You have some coaches who got rules, wear this stuff to practice, whatever team issued gear, they got like a bunch of rules. Don't eat in here, and no food in the meeting rooms, and it's a bunch of rules that you wouldn't even think NFL players have, right? Bill don't got those rules, man. Bill got be on time, Don't play around with the media and know your stuff. We start the day off, all right, we're gonna start the day off walkthrough, 8 o'clock. We're gonna come in, we're gonna walk through how we wanna play it. We're gonna go to meetings, we're gonna sit down and do it on the board how we wanna play it. Then we're gonna have practice and really do how we wanna play it. So we start the day off with a walkthrough. When you come in onesie, pajamas, whatever you come in, you can go to walkthrough like that. Bill could care less what you got on in walkthrough as long as you know what you're doing, right? I've been around a bunch of coaches, 3 in Tampa, 1 in New England, of course, 3 in Denver, 1 in LA. He always keep football the main thing more than any other coaches I ever played for.
Same question about McVay. What makes Sean McVay different from every other quote-unquote boy genius in the NFL, and why he's had more success than most of those guys?
I don't know. Nah, he just really just like a genius, man. He know X's and O's like no other. He used to come in and sit in on our defensive meetings and just learn stuff and give his input on our defense. He know where 11 guys need to be on the field. He know run gaps. He know that stuff just like the back of his hand. So that's why you always see his receivers, they always running free. They always wide open. He know how to create plays to get guys open, man. So I don't really know what makes him so good at doing that, but he do it.
Are most coaches, they kind of just stick to their side of the ball?
Yeah, most coaches they stick to their side of the ball. Maybe they have some input in the deeper upstairs meeting, but for the most part, you know who running the offense. You know who running the defense. They really don't intertwine like that. Sean definitely always came in, sat in on meetings, gave his input to the DBs, told us the stuff that he loved we was doing, and, told us what we need to work on. So he definitely gave his input on both sides.
Let's talk about some on-the-field stuff right now. I was watching the Arizona game the other day, and I saw Josh Norman looked like he had a good angle on this throw in the end zone to DeAndre Hopkins, and Hopkins came down with it. And I'm thinking, man, if I'm a cornerback right now, covering Kyler Murray passes to DeAndre Hopkins is hell. It is hell right now. When you think about quarterback to receiver combinations right now, whether that's Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, there's a bunch of these guys right now. Who would be the hardest to defend right now, Aqib?
Probably definitely Kyler and Hop, just because, man, what both of them bring to the table. Kyler going to extend that play as long as he want to extend the play, really. So you're going to have to guard Hop for a long time. And then I think Hop's best attribute is his jump ball skills. So a lot of corners don't have those jump ball skills. Man, luckily I had some, I had some good ball skills. Quick and fast as they are, you'll be surprised how many corners can't run and jump and play the ball, man. Running and jumping is a skill. Now, Devontae and A-Rod, that's hard too, just because Devontae's so quick. He always gonna have a little bit of separation, and A-Rod's arm is so strong, man, he always gonna hit him. Russell DK or Russell Lockett, that's a tough one. Tom and AB or Tom and Evans, that's a tough one. Josh Allen and Diggs, that's a tough one. Dak and CD or Dak and Amari, that's a tough one. It's a lot of them out there, man. But if I was playing a franchise or something and I had to get one quarterback, one receiver right now, I'd take Kyler and Hop.
What's something that would surprise people off the field about Aqib Talib?
Not much, man.
What are you watching on TV right now?
I'm watching BMF, 50 Cent executive producer. Okay. And I'm watching, just watch Squid Games. You gotta watch it, man. It's a must watch. That's one thing people might not know about me. Yeah. I'm an old school guy, man. I watch TV more than I'm on social network, unlike the majority of the world right now.
What's the best TV show of all time in your opinion?
I have to say maybe The Wire, maybe Power up there too. We do a horoscope every week. What's your birthday, Aqib? Aquarius. Being comfortable with your identity can help you enjoy connecting with your friends. True self-confidence, however, includes knowing that your friends won't abandon you if you need to take a break. Pay attention to your energy levels and take a time out. That sounds like a good little recharge to mental health. Yep, always, man. You know what I'm saying? You always got to watch your friends. You see who your real friends are when you have to take a break. See, retirement. See, I feel that horoscope right there. I like it. And now you're broadcasting. Amazon has Thursday Night Football. They've got your show on Wednesday. Last thing for you, we do a thing called Club Kevin every week. It's just whoever you want to induct. It's like a Hall of Fame kind of thing. We got to induct Trey Diggs because he's the best corner in the league right now. Strapping. Let's go, Trey. You're in the Hall of Fame, baby. I love that. Welcome to Club Kevin, Trey Diggs. Aqib Talib, thank you for stopping by Slow News Day, bud. Hey, appreciate you having me.